Hello, hello. Can you hear me? It's hard to tell sometimes if my mic is on or not. Yo, Wrench. What's up, bro? How you doing? How you doing? Okay, let's see. Let me check on my side too. The worst part is like there's such a big difference in the lag or like Twitch as well as YouTube. There's such a big difference. You guys can hear me. Why I can't see myself on the YouTube app? Sorry, just give me one sec. Okay, you guys can hear me. Nice. Oh, nice. Thank you. Clear voice today. Nice. Alrighty. Wrench, you seem excited. Are you ready for some interesting stuff tonight? Yo, Wrench on the YouTube as well as Twitch. My man is cooking me. Or helping me. My man is cooking, helping me every possible way. Love you, bro. I shouldn't have said cooking me. That doesn't sound right. Let me see. No maths. Hopefully there is no maths today. I can't promise because I also don't 100% know if there will be maths. But hopefully, right? That's all we can hope. That's okay. So I think, but we are ready, right, to get started with some SSH learning today. At least the good part is today we are going to talk about two protocols that we use all the time, right? One is SSH, and another thing we will talk about is digital signatures and certificates. Interestingly, I will tell you something. I was looking today. So Amazon have a certificate manager. So if you have your websites from Amazon and stuff, right? I was looking through like the types of certificates and all those information in the certificate, and I believe I saw this thing. ACM, AWS, RSA. I think it was 7092, something like that. Yeah. So we have Amazon uses 2048-bit RSA keys and SHA-256 for certificates issued by default. There are other ones like 3072, 4096, and some even bigger ones, right? But this is where it's used. So a lot of people who are using Amazon for their cloud services are probably using these types of encryption and hashing algorithms and stuff. So just I saw and I was like, you know what? Today I know what this is. So it's nice to like be able to see and do stuff. Okay. So hopefully some interesting information. So next time if you are looking into some Amazon or AWS clients for your hacking, you can or like something like Netflix, something useful, right? Okay. So now with that being said, let's work towards our task 5 SSH for our public key cryptography basics. Alrighty, so SSH, authenticating the server. If you have used an SSH client before, you would know the confirmation prompt in the terminal output below. So when we go to SSH, we want to connect to this IP address. The authenticity of the host, this one, can't be established. Something key fingerprint. So the fingerprint is SHA something, right? The hash. The key is not known by any other name. Are you sure you want to continue connecting, right? So it's base. Don't use SHA-256. Use SHA-1. My man is just want to like have some good job opportunities in future. I understand you, bro. I understand you. Okay. So in the above interaction, the SSH client confirms whether we recognize the server's public key fingerprint, right? So if you remember yesterday, we were talking from they didn't save it here. Draw. I should actually create like a, yeah, it's not saved. I don't know if how to save it, like export, save to Discord, sign up, blah blah blah. Maybe I'll sign up later. Okay. But if you remember yesterday, we were talking about like public key, right? In which there is like, let's say, person 1 and then there is person 2, right? First, we are going to talk about like sharing up. First, we are talking about using public key method to confirm who the person is, authenticity, right? And we are going to confirm on like which algorithm we are using, which versus called the password we will be using the key. Then in the second phase, we start using the private ones, private cryptography, right? So we started using that, and that's the whole idea with this as well, with the SSH, that we recognize the public key using this algorithm is the public key algorithm used for digital signature generation, and do we recognize this server which we are trying to connect to do it? Yo, can't do maths. Yeah, we're not doing any maths, Panda. Howdy. So ED25519 is the public key algorithm used for digital signatures generation and verification in this example. So our SSH client didn't recognize this key, so we didn't, because this is the first time we are connecting to the server. We don't know its public key, so do we want to keep it in our system? And we say yes majority of the time. This warning is because a man-in-the-middle attack is probable. A malicious server might have intercepted the connection and replied pretending to be the target server. In this case, the user must authenticate the server, confirm the server's identity by checking public key signature. Once you answer yes, the SSH client, yo Shriram, what's up, bro? So once you answer with the yes, the SSH client will record this public key signature into the host. So and you, I can't show it here. Should I? I don't want to show it here, but there is the SSH key folder in every computer, right? This is the location, and you can see all the SSH public keys, all the SSH key public keys that you have connected in the past in this area. And sometimes when issues happening, right, that let's say if you are connecting to, let's say, a server, let's say a server in your company name base server, right? Let's say if it's called base server. It earlier had, let's say, a signature ABC. When you restart the server and it has a different IP address, sometimes it might go to XYZ, and that's when the issue happens. So you have to delete its public key. So there are no two keys for one server, right? Yeah, bro, we do that in H3B. Yeah, we get the SSH file and sometimes crack it or just use it normally. Yeah. Yo, do you have a wrench? Panda must have done it too. Oh yeah, 100%. Wrench, do you have like examples where, like exactly the CTFs where you have used it? I might like to try them on a Hack the Box once. Sorry, no, my nose is a bit blocked. So in this case, we say yes and tell the SSH client that yes, we recognize this public key and we would like to connect to it. It will connect you silently unless this host replies with a different public key, right? I'll check my notes and I'll thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much, Wrench. Thank you. Authenticating the client, right? Oh, also, can you message more in the instead of Twitch? Can you message more on YouTube, because then it's easy to remember the points for the per person. It's way more easier for me. Next is authenticating the client, right? Thank you so much, Ren. Love you, bro. Now that we have confirmed that we are talking with the correct server, we need to identify ourselves and get authenticated, right? So we have to tell, okay, I am the one, I am a developer and I should have access to it. I have to authenticate myself. In many cases, SSH users are authenticated using usernames and passwords like you would log into a physical machine, right? However, considering the inherent issue with passwords, this does not fall within the best security practices, which I think a lot of people might know already. At some point, one will surely hit a machine with SSH configured with key authentication instead. Key more like the public keys and certain keys which you will see when you are, let's say, connecting to a server on any of the clouds. A lot of them won't use the password, would rather give you a key. By the way, you want a crack or just direct? Yeah, -I 1. Like, I would love it. I'm playing Bandit level 2-3, but when I see cat spaces in the file didn't work. You will learn it, man. It takes time, and it's a good way. You are trying figure it out. Google. Don't use ChatGPT. Google, especially in the starting. Do Google. So we were talking about the key, right? The authentication uses public and private keys to prove the client is a valid and authorized user on the server, right? By default, SSH keys are RSA keys. You can choose which algorithm to generate and add passphrase to encrypt the SSH key. Now, this I can give you an example. Let me show you something. Cloudflare. Passphrase certificates. So when I was creating my Cloudflare, like for my hackers pub, right? I have, if you go to hackerspub.org, right? This is authenticated with the proper connection. So I use Cloudflare, and in these certificates too, you can add certain passphrases, you can give extra information, right? So that nobody else is able to generate them or able to crack them very easily or use them. SSH key gen is the program usually used to generate key pairs. It supports various algorithms as shown on its manual page. So if you go to man SSH keygen, this is where you want to change, right? Like, and delete stuff. Howdy, Idor. Good morning. Got to go stream, mute, and running DSS started. Sounds good, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And good morning, and hopefully you are enjoying your Java stuff. So SSH keygen has a lot of algorithms it supports. Specify the type of key to generate, and it will generate those keys for you. The following is just for information. At this stage, we recommend that you recognize these names. DSA, Digital Signature Algorithm. Yo, which DSA are you working on? This one, Digital Signature and Algorithms. This is a good one too. So DSA, Digital Signature Algorithm, is a public key cryptography algorithm specifically designed for digital signatures. And let's talk about digital signatures a bit. Uses data structure and algo. By the way, CH, wanna do some Koth sometime? What is Koth? Oh, King of the Hill, 100%. I would love to. That would be a great one. That's something like good to learn from. I think I need to reach at least a little bit around your level, man. And don't say you are a noob. I know you are about to say that. But it will be nice. Like, I would love to go for King of the Hill. Especially with Try Hack Me, there's so many fun ones. So, digital signatures. Nah, man, you can't do. Okay. Sounds good. We'll 100% try. We'll 100% try. You are not a noob. I know you were about to say you're not a noob, man. We can have Idor, we can have Rabbit, we can have Shriram. It'll be fun. So they ensure the sender. So what digital signature is, right? Uses. Let's see. Online transaction, secure messaging, and secure email. These are the places digital signatures are used to tell, okay, the person who this email is coming from is actually the legit this email address, this person and stuff. Elliptical curve digital signature algorithm is a variant of DSA. Yeah, let's hack together. I would love it. Is a variant of DSA that uses elliptical curve cryptography to provide smaller key sizes for equivalent security. ECDSA with SK with security key is an extension of the second one. It incorporates hardware-based security keys for enhanced private key protection. Man, most of the SSH ones on Hack the Boss are VIP labs. Oh, I see. Dang. Might have to buy a VIP subscription soon for Hack the Boss, I guess. Makes sense, yeah. But so people who don't know, right? Hardware-based security keys recently gained a lot of attraction because of crypto market, cryptocurrency, not cryptography, but cryptocurrency. These you might have seen, especially from YubiKey. Useful if you want to have a very secure password so nobody else is able to get inside your crypto wallet, right? No, bro, they were free and now are VIP because are retired. Oh, I see. But it's good though, they are retired. If they were active, I can't stream it. So I'm down to like do some of those. We can do some. We'll figure it out. It'll be nice. Next is ED25519 is a public key signature system using EDDSA, Edwards curve digital signature algorithm with curve 25519. No idea about that one. This one with the security key, so similar to this one, it uses hardware-based security key from improved private key protection, right? Now, to give you guys an example, I believe, right, you have to just check the facts 100% for this. But if you remember, I was talking about DigiNotar, right? So DigiNotar, the company for certificate authority, right, was hacked in 2011. Why? I believe because the key they were using was also a hardware key, but somebody just let it always be plugged into their main server, and that's why the password is always there, right? It's like, hey, can you put fingerprint on the computer to prove your identity? And imagine there is always a fingerprint on there, right? A finger is always on that. That's the reason they got hacked. So hardware key are really good, more secure in some ways, but if the wrong person has it, it's a very easy hack. So make sure whatever you're using, you understand ins and outs and like able to protect yourself better. Let's generate a key pair with default, right? So SSH key gen -t, and so the algorithm we are using is ED25519, and this is the art image. I have no idea much about these art images. I just know the fingerprint of these, right? The key is fingerprint created using SHA-256. And yeah, that's how you generate it. Not a hard thing. In above example, we didn't use a passphrase to show you. I think the try-hack-me root-me has it. Wait, the SSH? Root-me, I have done it. Root-me, I have done it. So I can like, I don't even remember. It's such a long time. We can do it today then. If we have time, we can probably do one today. One sec. All my wires are entangled right now. Okay, now it's good. So, I don't remember actually. I did root me like months ago. Probably like, I don't know, January of this year. So hard to tell. But maybe I can look into it quickly. So, but to give anybody who's looking, right, SSH key gen -t, the algorithm you can use, enter the file in which to save the key, right? So wherever you want to save the key, the passphrase you want to enter for that key, that's another key, right? For the for this key you are generating, a secret. Passphrase again, basically your password, passphrase, whatever, and then the your identification has been saved in this, and the key is, and you see public. So public key is, this is the file, the fingerprint and the art of it. So in the above example, we didn't use a passphrase to show you the content of the private key. Let's look at the generated public key, this one, and generate private key, the ID. So if you see, the first one has pub at the end, second one doesn't. So we cat this public key out, we see SSH algorithm, and then a public key with the name of the person to log in as, I believe. Then we cat out the private key. This is begin, and this is, if you need to remember, when you are doing like any certificate, doing work with the authority, like any Cloudflare and those stuff, this is the starting. It's like the main of, in if you have done Java, right? This is the main function. This is where it will start, and you have to put these both lines, the end and the beginning and the end one, to tell the system. So these two are very important. And inside also, you see the key, the private key, based with the based on your passphrase generated. Note that the private key is shared above for demonstration purposes and was purged afterwards. Yeah, bro, you can get like RCE on it, then get the SSH, and from there you. Oh, okay. Okay, so with the root me, I would love to then. I can 100% look into it. Sharing a private key would be the most insecure act anyone can commit against their security. On another note, had we used -t RSA, the resulting key would have been much longer. Okay, root me, sounds good. We'll 100% do it then. It'll be nice. I would love to do some hacking because we have been learning a lot, so hacking would be nice. SSH private key. RSA is better than base64. Wrench. SSH private keys. As just mentioned, you should treat your private SSH keys like passwords, right? Because this is the only way to tell if things are authentic, like actually the person who is saying, like I'm the developer of, let's say, I'm connecting to a Microsoft server, I'm a Microsoft developer, how I can tell, or the server can tell with this private key. So they are like passwords. Never share them under any circumstances. They are called private keys for a reason. Someone with your private key can log into the servers that accept it, included among the authorized keys, unless the key is encrypted with a passphrase. So when you use this key, it will be prompted, hey, what is the passphrase? So always use a passphrase to help yourself, right? It's very important to mention that the passphrase used to decrypt the private key doesn't identify you to the server at all. It only decrypts the SSH private key. The password is never transmitted and never leaves your system. Using tools like John the Ripper, you can attack the encrypted SSH key to attempt to find the passphrase, highlighting the importance of using a complex passphrase, keeping your private key private. So basically, John the Ripper, what it does is simply a brute force, almost a brute force method, if I'm not wrong. A software to help you password cracking, but it uses that to help you the hacker find the passphrase of the private key. So find the password to the key you generated. When generating SSH key to log into the remote machine, you should generate the keys. Yeah, because of the SSH ID sometimes does not let us log in directly. Yeah. Because the ID like is so, like, if you work with servers every day like me, it is kind of a pain, man. Especially with jump servers and all those stuff, such a pain. So when generating a SSH key to log into the remote machine, you should generate the keys on your machine and then copy the public key over, as it means the private key never exists on the target machine using SSH copy ID. On your machine and then copy the public key over, as it means the private key never exists on the target. Oh, okay, makes sense. So basically you generate the SSH key on your system, not on the remote machine. I just use SSH port knocking. Okay, as it means the private key never exists on the target machine, the jump server, using SSH copy ID. However, it doesn't matter as much for the temporary key generators to access the CTF boxes. The permissions must be set up correctly to use a private SSH key. Otherwise, your SSH client will ignore the file with a warning. So SSH keys kind of like our scripts, right? They need to be kind of executed, if you understand, right? They need to be executed to so the real password, the authentication can happen. But to execute a file, you need to give it proper permission, right? There is read, write, and execute. So you need to give execute and read permission to the machine. So the machine, whichever you're connecting, can read that. Or the SSH client can read that. Only the owner should be able to read or write to the private key, 600 or stricter, SSH-I. So this is for telling the private key name, right? Where is the private key? User at this host is how you specify a key for standard Linux OpenSSH client. Key trusted by remote server host. So this is the folder, SSH folder. Everybody has it actually. I think Windows, Linux, Mac, everybody has it. Is the default place to store keys for OpenSSH. The authorized keys, note the use English spelling. Okay, US English spelling. The authorized, I see. File is in this directly holds public key that are allowed access to the server if key authentication is enabled. The authorized key file is the directory holds public keys. Okay, so the ones you have already authenticated, those public keys are stored there. By default, on many Linux distribution, key authentication is enabled as it is more secure than using a password to authenticate. Only key authentication should be accepted if you want to allow SSH access for root user. Basically, use keys, don't use passwords, that's all it's saying. Using SSH keys to get a better shell. During CTF's penetration testing red teaming exercise, SSH keys are an excellent way to upgrade a reverse shell, assuming the user has login enabled. Note that www data usually does not allow this, but regular users and root will work. Leaving a SSH key in the authorized key file on a machine can be a useful backdoor, and you don't need to deal with any of the issues for unstabilized reverse shells like Control-C, lack of tab completion and stuff. To give you guys help you with understand, right? Let's say the red is danger. You are the attacker. And this is and this is the server. First, you got a reverse shell back, right? You got a reverse shell back. What you do now is basically in its public authorized key directory, right? I will send you a malware. Please run it on your system, please. People say yes when we ask, right? I did said I will run it. I did said I will run it. I'll run it on my special machine, okay? But in this authorized key, right, in this folder, you can leave a public key. And this public key then will be used by this target machine. And when you are trying to properly SSH as, let's say, a user or a root, they will look at the public key. The machine will look at the public key and will be able to connect back. So this is what they mean at the very end. Probably we can see it. Wrench, actually, do you have an example of attack like this in which the person had, like, we gained access using like a simple reverse shell and stuff, left a SSH key in the authorized keys file on the machine and got like a proper reverse shell or like a proper shell into it? let me know if you know any of this CTF like that. I would like to try and like have that in my system. Check the SSH private key in the task 5. What algorithm does the key has? So yeah, but like we generate our own shell 100%, but what I'm saying is, in the sense, how to say it, is there a CTF you have done, or like is it casual just you do it all the time, in which you once you get the reverse shell, because it doesn't have control C, instead of stabilizing it, you just put the key in there. We upload it into the system when there is a cron job. We edit it and moves to the users. Yo, I mean, can you we talk about it? Can you give me more steps into that? I would love to try it on one of the machines on Try Hack Me. This sounds like a really good, like a technique to learn, a good technique to learn. Please and thank you. Okay, got these ready. If you can, that would be great. I just need like little bit info on it more. Instead of asking AI, I can use you, right? Okay. So the question is, what is the key, SSH private key in this task 5? I'll check in notes, man. I can remember anything. I can't remember anything I've already had. Dude, I'm bad at it too. I understand. Why is failing to connect? Everything is failing to connect. Okay, so we have our server, right? Hopefully you guys can see. Yeah, you guys can see. Okay, cool. So we have crypto basics, hashing basics, John the Ripper, public crypto basics. Okay. This is where we want to go. Now, this is task 5. So, cat, what's inside task 5? So, we see it says ID RSA, right? Private key AES 128 CBC as the algorithm, I believe. AES? No, RSA? Hold up. Oh, end of RSA key, beginning of RSA private key. What is the meaning of deck info then? Proc type and deck info. In context to RSA key, deck info and proc type are headers found in PEM encoded private key files, especially when the private key is encrypted with a passphrase. Proc type 4 encrypted, the header indicates that the private key within the file is encrypted. The 4 refers to the specific process type, and encrypted clearly denotes that's protected. So the private key inside the file is encrypted. This header provides details about the encryption algorithm and parameters used to protect the private key. So the algorithm we had was AES 128 CBC, indicating the symmetric encryption. And this is also basically, it means that the header are essentials to tell that the private key is encrypted and we need a passphrase to decrypt it, and also the algorithm which will be required. Beautiful. That's actually interesting. How much is this? Okay. So do you want me to continue on this or do you want me to look into the root me one? You guys decide. That's... Sorry, I'm just too tired. Do it? Okay. So let's just kill it. Okay. And interesting, I actually want to share that after this, we have a root. There is part 3, but also there is, after that there is John the Ripper, a whole module on it. Do not let this stuff go on. Okay, so let's just complete it today. Digital signatures and certificates. In the analog world, you are asked to sign a paper now and then. When you visit the bank to open a savings account, you are most likely asked to sign several documents. When you want to create an account at the local library, you will be asked to fill out and sign the application. The purpose can vary depending on the situation. For example, it can confirm that you agree to the terms and conditions, authorize a transaction, and acknowledge receiving an item. In the digital world, you cannot use your signature, stamp, or fingerprint. You need a digital signature. What's a digital signature? Digital signatures provide a way to verify the authenticity and the integrity of digital messages or documents. So basically, what this person is saying, right? When you go to a bank, really bad handwriting. When you go to a bank, you use, if it is you, right? You send some information to the bank manager. Let's call him BM. Let's say a check. You sent a check. Check. Oh my god. CHEQUE. You send a check with your signatures to tell, okay, transfer this money from this account to this account, right? The bank manager looks at the records, looks at the sign, looks at the amount in your bank account, right? Looks at the check itself too, right? And then says, okay, everything is good, done, job is done. To verify, this is the important part here, right? The thing we care about, this, the verification process. So how the verification happens in the digital world? Let's say if you got email from your CEO that, or let's say if you are the accounts manager, right? You are the financial officer or accounts manager of your company. You got an email from CEO saying, hey, can you change my bank account from this to this? Now now it's important to know that you have to say, okay, this is my CEO and he said it's urgent, but I need to verify this is coming from this person who the CEO is, right? The email. So in that case, we need digital signatures. Digital signatures to verify the authenticity of the person or the CEO that the email is coming from, right? Providing the authenticity of files means we know who created or modified them. Using asymmetric cryptography, so public key 1, you provide a signature with your private key, which can be verified using your public key. Only you should have access to your private key, which proves you signed the file. In many modern countries, digital and physical signatures have the same legal value. And this is very true, especially in Canada. The simplest form of digital signature is encrypting the document with your private key. If someone wants to verify the signature, they would decrypt it with your public key and check if the files match. The process is shown in the image below. So Bob used plain text encrypted with Bob's private key and sent it out. Nobody has this private key and only Bob has it, right? But the whole world has Bob's public key. They get the document, they know they can verify it's not modified, or they can verify the authenticity, integrity when it decrypts properly, right? Some articles use the terms such as electronic signature and digital signatures interchangeably. They prefer to pasting an image of a signature on top of a document. This approach does not prove the document's integrity, as anyone can copy and paste an image, like you and me, with access to a hacked Photoshop software. In this task, we use the term digital signatures to refer to signing a document using a private key or a certificate. This process is similar to the image shown above, where Bob encrypts a hash of his document and shares it with Alice. Along with the original document, Alice can decrypt the encrypted hash and compare it with the hash of the file she received. So, important here, right? This is like you can use when you're downloading certain files, ISO files, important scripts, or anything, right? Similar to image shown above, right? Bob encrypts a hash of his document and shares it with Alice and along with the original document. So encrypts a hash of the document, sends the document, also sends the encrypted hash value, decrypts the encrypted hash and compares it with the hash of the file she received. This approach proves the document's integrity. Unlike pasting a fancy image of signature, we will be covering hashing in the hashing room, which is the next one, right? Certificates prove who you are. This is important because, like, let's say if I try to go to try hack me, right? A very simple example, try hack me, right? I want to go to this website, whoever's website it is, right? Now, how can I verify if two servers are saying, hey, I am try hack me, other is saying other is a hacker's one. Let's say this is 1.1.1.1 and another one is like gen1 2010.0.0, right? This is a gen1 one, this is not a gen1 one, this is gen1. But how can we tell? The try hack me should host, or the DNS servers, the infrastructure and the networking, how the internet service provider of mine, like Rogers, Geo, whichever you use, right? T-Mobile, Spirit, how they can tell they should put you or send the information here and not this one. That's where the certificates comes in, right? Which I talked about to you in the starting. If you're using Amazon AWS, there is something called ACM, Amazon Certificate Manager. This is what it's used for. Let's look. Certificates are an essential application of public cryptography. They are also linked to digital signatures. A common place where they are used is for HTTPS. This thing here, certificate, connection. You see, certificate is valid. Common name, try hack me, organization unit, nothing is given. Organization trusted, issued by Google Trust Services, right? So which company actually issued this certificate? How does your web browser know that the server you are talking to is the real tryhackme.com? The answer lies in the certificate. The web server has a certificate that says it is the real tryhackme.com. The certificates have a chain of trust, starting with the root CA, certificate authority. So if you guys understand, right, this is how the world works. This is the root, let's say, root authority. Now it has various other ones like .com, .com, then .edu for education, right? .in for India, .ca for Canada. Now, inside .com can be tryhackme.com, THM. It can be hackthebox.com and yada yada yada, right? That's what the hierarchy is. So the certificates have a chain of trust starting with the root certificate authority. From install time, your device and operating system and web browser automatically trust various root certificate authorities, companies, right? Certificates are trusted only when the root CA says they trust the organization that signed them. The only reason TryHackMe certificate and my browser trust that this certificate is valid, because in the browser there is a setting which says, okay, the main root authority said Google Trust Services. This company, Google Trust Services, is a legit company. This has done its due diligence to tell the right that this certificate or this server belongs to the actual tryhackme.com owner. That's how the game works. And this is where DigiNotar fucked up, right? Because a lot of authorities, a lot of companies said DigiNotar was a good company. It did its due diligence. It's doing the right thing. But somebody was able to hack them, generate a bunch of these certificates. Let's say if I hack them, I could tell tryhackme.com, bro, my comments are getting filtered. Why? How come? Can you send the image? Let's see. Oh, Shriram is hacking. Nice. Yo, can you send me the image? I need to get into this then. Like, this is a big annoying problem now. CH website, tryhackme.com, CH website. Tryhackv. Tryhackv.com. CH hacker website, tryhackv. Do not let this stuff go on. Yeah, interesting why this is happening. Maybe can you remove the word try hack and like put space in between try space hack dot space v? That's crazy. It should not filter this much. That's stupid. I'm sorry, Wrench. Like, I'll look into this more, man. I think I want to have zero filtration, I guess. Oh, TryHackMe is working. Not with like stuff together. Interesting. Okay, so after this stream, I will look into it. I promise. Okay. So in a way, it is a chain. For example, the certificate is signed by an organization. The organization is trusted by a certificate authority. So organization we have is Google, right? Trusted by certificate authority, some actual authority company, a good company or organization. The CA is trusted by your browser. So we can actually go. .com is working. Interesting. And actually, I can show you something. Kate, should I show you here? No. Let me go to this one. Checklist of certificate. So I'll show you something, right? Yeah, if I add com with some words, it won't work. Oh, I see. Because I think it's looking at the, what's this called? Filtering out the, what's the name of it? The links. So if we see here, right? Certificates. 26 certificates are there. Here are my certificates, one I added and stuff. Store certificates, there are so many. Amazon root CA. Right? Let me make it smaller. Yeah, the URLs are getting filtered. But you guys see here, right? Bypass, so many certificates. Yeah, we have to add, exactly I was about to say, we have to add burp certificates to our Foxy proxy through our Mozilla Firefox to be able to do this. DigiCert, you guys have heard about this name, right? Let me look at GoDaddy. You guys have heard that, right? And Microsoft, because of Azure and other stuff, it's a big name now. Like Microsoft is a very big name. I don't even have to say it. Let's see. There's so many other, right? SSL.com, that's the one that does one of the big companies too in this game, right? And that's where you can see all the companies. So what happened with DigiNotar, the unfortunate incident. So what a lot of people was given. I have a macro hard certificate. Oh, nice. Macro hard. Macro hard. Oh, for macros. Oh, never mind. Bro, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. But what I was saying, right, regarding DigiNotar case, when this hack came, it was such a bad hack because people, you might be trying to go to google.com, you're not going to actual google.com, right? Right? Macro hard. So what people did, right? They went into their browser and actually deleted DigiNotar. Like update happened to a bunch of browsers very fast, but people who were like a bit more cautious, they deleted DigiNotar from that certificate authority, and that's where they did it. Right, 2011. Mark the dates. So, therefore, your browser trusts the certificate because it's already mentioned who to trust. In general, there are long chains of trust. You can take a look at the certificate authorities trusted by Mozilla Firefox and Google Chrome here. So many. You see? But you won't find the name DigiNotar, I guess. But you will find like SSL.com. You will find AWS or Amazon. Amazon is there. Microsoft will be there. Let's say Azure is here. No. Tencent. No. Google itself should be here. Maybe. Yeah. Google Trust Services. That's why we are seeing TryHackMe able to do it. Global Sign is one. These are also great companies for security perspective if you want to work, right? They take security a bit more extra because they are security companies. Let's say you have a website and want to use HTTPS. This step requires to having a TLS certificate. You can get one from various certificate authorities for an annual fee. Furthermore, you can get your own TLS certificate for domains you own using Let's Encrypt for free. There is a lot of companies who will give their TLS certificates, will give you the certificates for free. Let's Encrypt is one. I personally would prefer if you guys go through, like, if you are using cloud infrastructure, right? Honestly, if you're using, let's say, Amazon, like for my case, right? My hackerspub.org, right, is hosted on Lightsail, which is a service offering by Amazon, AWS. So I'm able to get a free certificate if I want from Amazon's. Can we hack it? No, please. I can give you access, bro, if you want to write stuff. Like one thing I will tell you, Wrench, very helpful thing that happened to me. I had some blogs already on the website. I haven't blogged for a long time, but I had some blogs already. That was a good way to talk in the interview. So if you want, especially you, I won't do it for many people, but you or Shriram or Rabbit wants, I can give you guys access, create an account for you guys. But please don't hack it. And if you hack it, let me know how you hacked it. I will have to do cloud one day, right? I have to talk to you guys about cloud development one day. Okay, we will, yeah. You know what? I will come up with something. Right now I'm working on Power BI. If you want, this will be during my day. Like, I'm working on Power BI. And I did thought of a interesting. You kind of, yes, for sure, go for it. But make sure it's like still available. You don't do anything bad with it, right? Just you, nobody else. But like, I'm working on Power BI and I was thinking of creating a dashboard for learning Power BI for a certificate. I was thinking of creating a dashboard for cybersecurity purposes, just for fun, right? To learn Power BI itself. So if you guys want, I can do that, and it will be during my day. So your night, early morning, your like very night. If I got it, then I will just make a leaderboard that. Yeah, sure. You can make a blog where or you can actually add it here. Just in the main place, you can just add here, somewhere here, people who have hacked this website. There is a lot of beautiful, like, if you go on the website, you will find a lot of beautiful stuff in here. Like, here is a Hello Friend movie, .mov, right? There is, if you see Who Am I, this is a bit different. Say Hello is a bit different than Who Am I, because there is a hyperlink to it. So, a couple of very interesting Easter eggs I have hidden in my website. It was fun. It was like a beautiful baby project I had. I can send you the link quickly. It was like I was very interested in learning WordPress, so I just created my own website. That's how I do it. Like, if I want to learn something, I just have to do it, or I won't learn. So if you run your website, it's worth setting up and switching to HTTPS with any modern websites. They would need it, right? What does a remote web server use to prove itself to the client? So prove its authority, certificates. What would you use to get a free TLS certificate, right? Let's Encrypt is probably they are looking for. You can get so many other ways to get it free, but yeah. Okay, that's so our task 6, 5 and 6 are done, right? Let's look into 7. How big is 7? Not so big. I think we can just cover it. Wrench, can I ask you for a favor? Or everybody here, right, who is watching? I'm going to cover task 7 and 8, right? And do remind me regarding cloud, job, and so we should plan. We should put a calendar down, so I can probably help you guys. Okay, I can, create some calendar invites already, or like some events. So I will remember, okay, I have to do this. I can prepare, and I don't procrastinate over it. Thank you so much. Excuse me. So PGP and GPG, right? Both things you have used a billion times, right? Thank you, Shriram. So PGP stands for pretty good privacy. Let me talk to you guys about PGP. Pretty good privacy. So pretty good privacy came out in 1991, right? And when Chinese students, specifically Chinese students, when they came to US and were taking certain like encryption related classes, they were not allowed by the US government, and they were banned from taking, specifically referring to pretty good privacy, a really good one. Let's look at why it was so controversial. It's a software that implements encryption for encrypting file, performing digital signing and more, right? So pretty good privacy stands for PGP stands for pretty good privacy, right? It's a software that implements encryption for encrypting files, performing digital signing and more. GNU PG or GPG, right? GNU is your Linux, kind of, is an open source implementation of Open PGP. GNU, if you guys don't know about GNU itself, one sec. GNU is something, if you are interested in tech and you don't know about GNU, do look into it, right? GNU is an exclusive collection of free softwares which can be used as an operating system or can be used in parts of operating system. So this belongs to, GNU is the family that Linux belongs to, Unix belongs to, a bunch of big software names belongs to GNU, right? And let's look at like it's one of its full form, right? It's very interesting. GNU's full form is GNU not Unix. GNU not Unix. And this is, in my opinion, one of the best way to teach what's this called? Recursion, right? Because GNU full form is GNU's not Unix. And the idea is, what is GNU? Again, GNU, not Unix. That actually made me very interested in GNU, just like the name made me like big fan of GNU. I don't know, I'm a crazy guy, man. I have weird fetish. Okay, going back. GPG is commonly used in emails to protect the confidentiality of the email messages. Furthermore, it can be used to sign an email message and confirm its integrity, right? So first, confidentiality, second, integrity. Below is an example of generating GPG. You are asked about the purpose of using GPG, whether signing only or signing an encryption. Besides selecting the cryptography algorithm, we need to choose an expiry date for the generated key. Finally, we provided some information about us, our name, email address, and a comment usually about the purpose of this key. So GPG full key generation, right? 2.4.4 copyright blah blah blah. Is it big? Okay. Please select what type you want, right? Do you want RSA and RSA, DSA, digital signature algorithm, Elgamala, I don't know how to say it, sign only. This is sign and encryption, sign and encryption, sign and encrypt, default, sign only, existing key from card. Your selection is number 9, so sign and encrypt. Please select which elliptical curve you want. So the curve, NIST is also there, brain pool. That's crazy. I need to learn about these curves, I guess. Your selection, right? Specify how long the key should be. So for how long it should not expire. Does not expire at all. Expire in n days, n weeks, n months, and years. So it doesn't expire at all. Is that correct? Yes. GNU needs to construct a user ID to identify your key. Real name, Strategos, tryhackme.thm. So we have the public key SHA, ID, and or I don't know the last name. CV, sub, CV, I don't know. Maybe the date it is created, I guess, right? So you may need to use GPG to decrypt files in CTFs. With PGP and GPG, private keys can be protected with passphrases. In a similar way, we protect SSH private keys. If the key is passphrase protected, you can attempt to crack it using John the Ripper or GPG to John. GPG to John, I think one of the very basic try hack me ones use GPG to John. I learned it. So the key provided in this task is not protected with a passphrase. The man page of GPG can be found here online. So it's man GPG. That's interesting. They put this one, which is fine. Practical example. Now you have your GPG key pair. You can share public key with your contacts. Whenever your contacts want to communicate securely, they encrypt their messages to you using your public key. To decrypt the message, you will have to use your private key. Due to importance of the GPG keys, it is vital that you keep a backup of in a secure location. It's very here's the thing. You might have seen this happening a lot in nowadays with the digital signature. When you actually log into, let's say, Gmail, they want to store a key in your system so that can be used to authenticate. So it's very important to store those. But personally, I always look for a very long password the way I create. I don't like auto-generated password for critical things. That's my... I have talked to a couple of people who are in security way smarter than me, like Wrench, like your level, or even like really, really good smart, like 20 years of experience level stuff. They create their own one. They don't even like using password managers. So let's say you got a new computer. All you need to do is import your key and you can start decrypting your received messages. So import the backup key to import your key. And then to decrypt your messages, GPG decrypt confidential message. And it's already there, so you don't have to worry. Use GPG to decrypt the message in this. What secret does your message hold? Okay, let's do it. Reconnect. Some of the things I will say are very hard to swallow, but it's true. I use password manager made by me. Oh, cool. That's cool. Do you like how you do the auto generation though? Like, do you use any algorithms, or you are like, okay, create something between this much and include all these minimum? Is it the same? So let's look at for bank and family stuff. Oh, dude, for bank, just keep it in your brain. Like all the bank stuff, I don't use password. I don't use password manager. That's one of the things I'm really scared about. And even like anything regarding one thing actually I want to create, I forgot to mention to you guys, that would be something interesting to create with AI. Sorry, 1 second. Have you guys heard of kill switch? Mix of algos? Nice. I'll talk to you about kill switch one right now. I don't know why my brain is... It's a very interesting project. So we have the message and we have the try hack me key. So GPG we have. GPG import. Let's import the try hack me key. Right? Now I want to do is decrypt. Whatever is the message. The secret word is pineapple. Pineapple. Bro, my bank calls me when I have a payment more than 3K and more than 2 payment in a day. Oh, dang. I see. You know, Indian banks are way more secure than the Canadian ones. Dude, like, there is... It's so many things I see coming from India and Canada, right? Experiencing both very well. It's crazy the amount of like things like OTP is such an important thing in India. You don't see OTP. Majority of the places don't use OTP in Canada, and no wonder there's so many hacks or scams happen. There's like no protection coming from government. Actual like stuff happening. It's crazy. But pineapple. Have you guys heard of the song Pineapple song? I have a pen. I have an apple. Pineapple. Have you heard this song?
I used to rebuild my week from scratch every single Sunday.
Gets robbed with OTP. My sis works in a bank and that's why I can do it. I don't know about other banks if they do it or not. Yeah.
Just for it to fall apart by...
I have a pen. I have an apple. Apple pen. I have a pen. I have pineapple. Pineapple pen.
Tell me, if you tell me AI can take over this, nah man, AI can never generate things like this. Content like this is peak human. Will this not give you a try? This might. I think like what happens is like if it is this small, hopefully doesn't. But if it does, I have to just mute this. I just have to mute this again. Hopefully it doesn't. That's all I think. Dude, it's crazy. Like good part is YouTube does give you a chance that things can happen, right? Yo, Panda said something here. Bro, you don't want to keep playing that song, Num Num. Oh, I know. I know, Panda. It's just too good. It's just too good. Remember Cloud and Job, yeah. Okay, so we are at the conclusion, and then we can talk about a couple of very interesting things and plan stuff out. We have defined cryptography as the science of securing communication in the presence of adversaries. Another important science that studies how to break or bypass cryptographic systems is called cryptanalysis or cryptanalysis. As for trying every possible password combination, we call that a brute force attack. However, when we know that the password is most likely a dictionary word, it will make more sense to try words from a dictionary instead of every possible word combination. This is called a dictionary attack. So basically we have dictionary attack where we are not trying every single possible combination, A1, A2, A3. No, we are trying apple, we are trying pineapple, we are trying pen. So we have cryptography, cryptanalysis, brute force attack, and dictionary attacks. And that's why, if you guys don't know about it, right, this is probably something good to look into. Salt and how it helps with against dictionary attacks. Have a look into that. This room, or rainbow attacks too. This room focus on public key cryptography, asymmetric cryptography, and key exchange. It gave you an essential understanding of RSA, Diffie-Hellman, SSH key pairs, digital signatures, digital certificates, and open PGP or PGP itself, right? Now it's time to learn about hashing. So that is the next room, and this will be completed. So this is Gucci. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't add salt. Yeah, increases your blood pressure, isn't it? Increases hackers' blood pressure if you add salt to your password. That's hilarious, man. I love you, Reg. You are such a good man. You're such a good guy. Okay, let's search. This is... Oh, interesting. They're actually sending stuff. Rainbow table is worst. Indeed. Life is once in a lifetime opportunity. Don't miss it. That's a good one from Jack. Okie dokie. I will start sharing these. I think might help me with some job opportunities in life. But okay, let's talk about something very interesting, right? Before I forget about everything. So what's next? So there is Shriram. There is couple of things we have. I'll give you a quick idea. We are working towards cybersecurity 101, right? 30% done. So we have hashing basics, right? And then we have John the Ripper basics. Both will be interesting. John the Ripper was done by also Rover, and he was telling me he loved it. So we can look into both of them. But I believe this might include some hashing information. So setting up your system, cracking basic hashes, single crack mode, stuff like that, cracking password protected RAR archives, zip files and stuff. So we have this and we have hashing. So two interesting things we can look into. Let me send you the link as well. Hashing is also something you use day to day in your day-to-day life, so it's very good. So we have this. Also, couple of things we have is, one is kill switch. Something because I might have some time next week in the morning times. One is like I have to complete my Power BI. I don't know if anybody is interested in it, but Power BI is I will be creating a threat intelligence dashboard. If you guys are interested, I can like do it online with you guys. I'm not a pro at it. I'm just learning Power BI for job perspective. So if you want, this is there. Kill switch. Let's talk about kill switch. Kill switch. If I don't know if you guys know about this. I'll give you the place where this idea came from. No, the one I'm talking about, I will show you. There is kill switch in there, but the one I'm talking about is regarding my death, or like anyone's death, right? What was the name? Damon? Daniel Short's Daemon, right? What this daemon is, right? Daemon is about a computer, a distributed persistent computer application that begins to change the world after its original programmer's death. So what happens in this? Little bit, I won't give the whole book away, but a computer program, right? Just like imagine like how Bitcoin is, right? It's in every computer, where the ledger is in every computer, right? Do you guys understand how the distributed financial DeFi works, or like how the blockchain works, right? So if there are, let's say, bunch of computers in this world, right? They are all connected and they share a ledger. I got some users on Hackers Pub. Oh, you're coming for me? Don't do anything big, man. I don't have anything much to hide anyways. But yeah, so let's say if every single thing is a computer here, right? And every single one will have a block of data called the ledger. So if somebody wants to try to make like changes to one, it won't work. They have to make changes to everyone. So what exactly is kill switch now? Kill switch I wanted to create using a blockchain type system. You have, with the help of AI, it will be a bunch of vibe coding, but what it will do is a blockchain network or service. Should be not hard because it will be a basic one. If anybody wants, it will be up online in GitHub, but such that and there are already available services like this, but I want to create my own. This is going to search, or this, like, you log in every, let's say, month or year or something, right? Let's say every month I type my password to tell it that I'm alive. Verifies I am alive. If, let's say, I miss, right, to tell the kill switch I'm not alive, what will happen? It will send a message to all the emails, all the phone numbers, or any other way of communication about my will. What is my will? Because there are some insurance in my name, right? From work, I have some insurances. I have certain assets I was able to save money on, right? To tell, so that my family knows about all the assets, right? And tell, okay, I don't lose anything, or like they don't lose anything if I'm gone, right? Certain insurances, because insurance companies are assholes, they will never come and tell, okay, your son took a insurance with us, right? So I want to create a service like this, pure just with vibe coding. I want to try vibe coding properly with Cursor. I want to like pay for a month and try to do it. So there is this one, right? I would like to know what you guys think about it. This one. There is job resume workshop I can do, which I feel like I'm really good at, because I was able to get some good names, right? My resume recognized by some good names and they called me back. So job resume, right? And then the thing you mentioned in Discord also, cloud. My job is in cloud. So there's this one. Use temporary mail if you're using Cursor. Okay, thanks Sriram, thank you. I was thinking, yeah, I will like pay and like see how things go if Cursor do a good job at building stuff for me. But yeah, that's like and then cloud. I have somebody really smart guy, Kunal. I've worked with him, really smart guy, really humble guy. So I can ask him to help me in training or like talking. And he's in India, so really good guy, very good guy. Never seen such a good attitude, right? So cloud I can help, but with cloud too, kill switch would be a good way, because I can put it in cloud, right? I can create a kill switch which will be in cloud. So a project, it has to be a project. If I'm teaching you cloud, it has to be a project. There cannot be no projects. So you guys tell me, right, what you are looking, but let me tell you what is going to happen. Couple of things, because I can't miss them. I need to do Power BI next week. So if you are up and want me to share what I'm going to do, I'm going to do Power BI. Second, lead code. I'll be coming up. I'm going to, because if you remember, right, there is this thing going on in Discord. If you anybody missed, let me go to the announcements. Oh, let me just switch it here. Can I switch it? Okay, it's here. So in the announcements, I asked you guys, right, what you guys prefer? 7 a.m. Canada time, which is 7:30 p.m. India time, right? 10 p.m. Canada or 7 p.m. So you guys are looking at something for me in the morning. So what I want to do is try to wake up next week a bit early. Start getting into the habit of doing streaming early in the morning, so I can do lead code and stuff, right? Something extra other than security to start with. Sorry, I have to go to washroom really quick. Give me 1 minute, lads. Give me 1 minute. I'll be coming back. 1 second. Holy. Sorry, that's. I was like very, like holding it for like 20 minutes almost now. It started hurting in the brain. Okay, so, Shriram, you said first and third option. So, what is that? Like, job, cloud? Which one is it? Let me put like actually, here. A poll. I'm going to create a poll. So, take us, other people can see it too and stuff. Morning stream. You would like me to do, and I should put it like this. The streaming times. Let me. The streaming times. Bro, I uploaded a file. Check it after the stream if it worked or not. Okay, sure. Text.txt. Sounds good. On my website, you hacked it so fast. It is a old WordPress, so I have to upgrade it anyways. Yeah. So things you would like me to do. The first one would be cloud with kill switch project. Second, job resume writing and lead code. If I did, I will just get a RC. Okay. Don't want to take down the side with the much fuzzing. Yes, please. Thank you so much. I'm just a small boy, you know. Gaming is also an option, I guess. Or what else? Like just CTFs. Just CTFs. Probably I can't do actually CTFs because, and I can't do this. I need one of these two for myself too. And I will give you guys multiple answers and I'll put it for a week. So you guys, what other options do you think I should put? Like what other things you would like me to do that will help you guys more? Because morning one will be, it will take me time to get used to of the timing and stuff. So you guys have to help me with this. Like whatever you guys like, I will do. But this is two things I would be actually very into. Lock in. Okay. Let's lock in this trade, lads. No multiple answers? We should swap like streaming content like Try Acme, Hack the Box and CTF. Yeah, I think you're right on that. Money, you have money on that. Yeah. Can I change end poll now? Add reaction. Hack your own site. That's also on table. That's indeed is on table. Okay, I'll do this way. Let me delete this end poll now. Delete message. Delete message. Okay, no multiple answers you said, right? The first one is kill switch with cloud development with kill switch plus blockchain. But that's after. Blockchain would be version 2 of this. Then second would be job resume plus GitHub profile, job resume writing, then GitHub profile, then lead code to help you prepare for jobs, right? And not allowing multiple answers, just this. And it will be for a week, right? You guys tell me, because next week I have to just learn about Power BI for some job, PL300 certificate number. If you guys want to know what certificate I'm going for, this is the name of the certificate. It's for data analysis and stuff. But yeah, so you guys can let me know whichever to do this. I wish I could change the name actually. One second. Reply, add reaction, fire, apps, edit. I hate the fact I can't change things. Can I change the poll? Like create thread, more. I can't change the stuff in the poll, right? Okay, cloud development already in. Okay, lads. So, and this will be this. Let me make it something better. so I can test new stream. Still be doing the okay. So hopefully this is fun. This is you guys like. It will be interesting. I would be actually interested in looking into this too. Nice. Double trouble. Double trouble in the chat slats. Oh, Google trouble. Double trouble coming in soon. Hey CH, you said we will do a stream where we just talk about personal stuff and enjoy the weekends, but never happens. You will save some holiday for us. We have to do that too. That's true. You know what? Let's plan that too. I will figure that out, and we will do just a fun one, right? Where we can do Among Us and we can just chat in our stuff in our what's this called, Discord, a private Among Us room. We just chat, we just play games, talk about everything in our life, and if anybody needs help, we have to do that. Thank you so much, Riram. Yeah, need to do that. I think it would be nice to open up, talk about everything, and if anybody needs help, it'll be nice. So yeah, I will do that too. We'll plan that too. Let me do this. And then I have personal chat stream chai session. Okay, we'll do the chai session one. Chai session one coming in soon. Can you tell me admin password, by the way? I can give you, like, I can create an account for you, man. You don't have to hack it. Don't hack it, please. I would love to. If you want, like, even Sriram, for you, right? If you want, like, for in future, right? If you guys want to share your, like, you know, just like for jobs, right? It's good to be able to share that, hey, I have a blogging site, I'm blogging, just interesting stuff, right? Medium is a good one. You will make money for sure, and it's a good thing to put in. But I always have my own website. I just like the feeling of having it. Hacking is better. Yeah. No, 100%. But like for technical stuff, right? It's good to talk because HR people don't understand CTF challenges and hacking, but they do understand like blogging. So it's something you can show in your, what's this called, resume, show you in your interview, something you can talk about. So very helpful. Personally, coming from personal experience, it's very helpful to talk about these things along with GitHub, right? So yeah, and that's such a good thing, right? And Shriram also has his own now portfolio website. So those are good things. Those are great things. So yeah, it was a great stream though. Yeah, it's a great stream, and blogs help indeed. I'm very happy. I hate writing for HR. Dude, HR asks for CV. I have not applied for so many companies just because they ask for CV. Why to ask for CV when you can see my resume? Like, those questions just like annoy the hell out of me. Unless until they're looking for a particular thing which just a resume can't show. Understandable. I have written 1 or 2 companies. Then their CV actually asked for something. They said, hey, in the CV mention this specific thing. Like it. But they say, hey, just send your CV and resume. I'm like, I'm just sending my resume, mate. I'm not sending CV. I don't care. Just my personal issues. But yeah, it was a great stream. I loved it today. Like, this timing is perfect. So tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, as mentioned, maybe as Sriram, you also mentioned, right? Either we can do hashing basics, or we can do some CTFs from Hack the Box or Try Hack Me. You guys let me know, let me know in the Discord, whichever you want. I would love to actually switch gears a little bit and do some Hack the Box stuff. CTFs, okay. We'll do some CTF. We'll do some retired machines in Hack the Box. Those are fun. We can do some of those, right? So I would love to do those machines, and so I will figure out something, or we can just start looking at the starting from code 2, I guess. Oh no, wait, retired ones. We'll start from some easy ones and see whichever one is free, whichever one is free. Let's see. Let's see if your boy can struggle more, or Vixon is always there for struggle if I'm on. Let's see. Okay. So I will look into a bunch of CTFs, whichever one we can do. And yeah, that's all for today, lads. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for all the messages, especially like Shriram. Idor was also there. Wrench is always here. Panda. Thank you all. Thank you so much. And thank you for messaging on both the platforms. I'll hack it with you. Sounds good. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. That would be fun, actually. So, okay, but yeah, with that being said, thank you so much, lads, for all the messages, all the love. Do like, share, subscribe, and do join the Discord. I think, let me share my Discord here for everybody who don't know about it much yet. Here. Okay. With that being said, lads, it's 12:10 a.m. for me. So I will take a leave, and I will also just would like to say thank you so much. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. And huggies from far away land. From the away land in the Censored Hacker jungle. Censored Hacker signing off. Thank you so much. Love you. And just give somebody a hug, give somebody a compliment, and I will see you guys tomorrow with all the energy. And good night. Have a great day, Shriram. Have a great day. Have a great day, Wrench. Thank you so much. And like usual, I like to end with the bye. Bye, everyone. Good night. Good day. See you later. See you.